How's it going, everyone? This is Yxlarb, and welcome back to my Sonic Adventure 2 series. In the last episode, we went ahead and completed Standard Karate, as well as some of each of the Hero, Dark, and Challenge Race series. In this episode, after giving you a brief progress report on our Chao, we are going to go ahead and dive into some more racing. What a shock, right? Yeah, we got plenty of that to do. So let's go ahead and start off. Here, we've got Telfie. First and foremost, you can see some big changes here. I mean, we're up to level 50 now in swimming. As you all know, I'm sure I remind you of this every video, but I'm sorry, a lot of time goes on between videos, so I don't remember exactly what I've told you all. But Telfie is going to be a fly swim Chao, so of course swimming needs to be the focus, and that's where we're at. Everything else is pretty competently leveled, you know, mid-20s average. Here is Soluna, here. You know, not too different from the last time you saw her. You know, of course, running is the highest level by far. Swimming and power, I mean, aren't that great. Flying and stamina are, you know, decent, solid. One thing I want to point out now that a little bit more time has gone by. Our Chao are getting close, I believe, to age 2. By the way, when Eggman just is supposed to lightly shake the Chao, he really shakes him pretty hard. He's like, oh, let me give you some shaken baby syndrome. Really not a good idea there, Mr. Robotnik. But anyway, I wanted to discuss the changes that Chao are going through. Now, Soluna, it's a little hard to tell. I'm pretty sure her little emotion dot up there, by the way, I confirmed it, that is what those are called, emotion dots. I think it's a slightly lighter blue than it was when she originally evolved. It's hard to tell, but everything else I'm pretty sure is exactly the same. If there are any other changes, they're very, very slight. Telfie, on the other hand, lots of changes. Now, I'm not sure what you guys remember from when Telfie originally evolved, or even not that long ago, but I'm going to go ahead and point out some of the changes. So first of all, his emotion dot is, you know, a pale pink, whereas before it was pretty much like a bright pink, kind of purple. The other most obvious change are, I don't know exactly what to refer to them as. They're almost like feathers on his head. I could call them quills, but that's kind of confusing because that's exactly what Soluna has, quills. I guess we'll just call them quills because that's kind of what they look like, or feathers, interchangeably, whatever. They started out being very round. Now they're starting to get a little more jagged. They're kind of zigzagging, kind of turning into a lightning bolt shape, which is a sign that Telfie is aging and definitely becoming, you know, a fly swim Chao. That is the natural progress. Another thing, I'm gonna see if we can get it. You see those two little tiny feather quill things next to the two larger ones? Those have started recently appearing. His wings are larger now and different colors. And finally, the purple accents or striping on his arms, feet, and belly are now a darker purple than they were originally. They were kind of a pinkish purple once again. So Telfie's really making his way. And just because he's around and he looks much better these days, because now he has feet, here's Seath, who is an absolute beast when it comes to running. But yeah, he's on his way to becoming a Sonic Chao for sure. He's the youngest of the bunch, but he's here to pull his weight, and he looks great with the feet. One thing, though, for some reason, this is common with neutral Chao when compared to Hero and Dark Chao. They're taller. I don't know why a Sonic Chao would be taller than a Shadow Chao, but it happens, I guess. It's a little hard to tell here. Maybe you can tell a little bit, but when you're in the Chao select screen for either racing or karate, you can see it very clearly there. Speaking of, why don't we go ahead and just dive into the races? We got a few goals in mind today. We definitely want to go ahead and start off with, let's do hero races. Let's start off with Telfie today. Let's get well, I think we did that yesterday too, but oh, here you go. You can see, or I mean, not yesterday, the last video. I recorded that several days ago. That's what I meant to say. But yeah, you can see Seath here is clearly taller than Telfie. It's kind of strange. I wish they were all kind of the same height. Whatever, it's not a big deal. It's just a little OCD thing for me. But Telfie, let's go on with Telfie, who is, of course, our resident hero Chao. The next battle we have here, new battle, Child Devil. Wow, that is one creepy looking one. Wow. Wow, this drink that shall remain nameless is just so thirst quenching. It's delicious. Looks like we're going to another special stage. In fact, I wanted to point something out. While I was playing off screen, I went ahead and unlocked the final two jewel race tracks. Let's go into those. So once you beat the first, I guess, level of each of the 4 original tracks, Aquamarine, Topaz, Peridot, and Garnet, you unlock Onyx and Diamond. And as you see, we definitely race Diamond now so far in this series. But that's how you unlock these. yeah, these are all considered part of the jewel races. You don't get your emblem until you complete level 5 of all of them. But as you can see, Telfie's is superior when it comes to swimming and flying, and Soluna at running and power stages. That's just been the pattern so far, and that's kind of what we're focusing on. We'll get into Onyx and Diamond, maybe even in this video. I'm not sure exactly what all the tracks are. We know for a fact Diamond is going to be there. Also, in case you didn't get the joke at this point, the jewel races are all, the courses in the jewel races are all named after jewels or stones of some sort. That should be clear at this point. But anyway, back on track to the hero races with Telfie, who's just going to kick some ass with some swimming, which is good because the diamond track contains the entirety of the crab pool as well as 2 other shorter instances of swimming, plus a little bit of flying, so can't really go wrong. Let's get into it. Oh yeah, I was expecting some different music. I forgot we're playing as heroes here, but we can see here we got some what do they call them? Child devils? Not baby devils, but they're child devils. So you can see here we got a big assortment. We got some chows that look like they're trying to be shadow chows, but those actually aren't the true shadow chow. The true shadow chow becomes dark, run. Those ones there, they might be dark, run, fly plus swim or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but okay. Well, we've already lost. If you get hit by the jack here, just look at how long it takes. Just look at how long it takes for us to recover from that. That's pretty much a lost cause. Here we are at try number 2. Hopefully we have a little bit better luck this time. As you guys have seen, Telfie really doesn't have the best luck. He's constantly falling over in races, getting hit by the jack. In fact, during a practice race the other day, he actually got the puzzle, the pick the right item puzzle, wrong. Can you believe that? And as you can see, Telfie's still not at the point where he's able to sprint during these races. His running, of course, is inferior in that way, but that's okay. We got decent flying and really good swimming. As you saw there, we almost went all the way back up to first place. Power is just average, as we know, so I'm sure some of these guys are gonna be able to take him on there, but that's part of the purpose. Of course, it should be a nice tight race. And frankly, these guys need all the help they can get before we get to the crab pool, because once we're there with our level 50 swimming, we are just going to dominate. I just know it. Oh, okay. Concerned we were going to go to the far off tree and just run into a couple of trees on the way. I'm glad that didn't happen here, but yeah, this is invigorating. The tree pushing part is always great. One of the highlights of the race for sure. But here we go. We got another little swimming portion here coming up, and we're in second place with this wannabe Shadow Chow not too far ahead. So it all just depends on how this goes. And of course, I'm going to be saving my stamina for either when Telfie falls or when we're swimming. That's just a good time to do it. But look at this. Just rocket to the lead. That, average running is not going to hold Telfie back. He's going to beat ass when it comes time to swim. That's just what he knows. Which is, that's why it's really appropriate that he's becoming, swim fly chow. I mean, his grade was already, good in that regard, if I remember exactly. But here we go. Let's see if his intelligence is up to muster. Now, there's only one round fruit here. There's very little reason why someone should fail this test. Okay, good. You're going for the right one there, Telfie. I can see that. Thank you. There we go. And clearly, we've got the lead, the necessary lead. We could probably even trip once or even twice and still win this race by a landslide, given that we have swimming here up in a second. But as you all know, we're gonna be, doing some other races. We're not gonna end it off here with this easier hero race. We've got more challenge coming up later on. So let's just hope things continue going as smoothly as they are right now. I mean, it's hard to say exactly. We're probably 5 or 6 seconds ahead of second place right now. Man, these camera angles are phenomenal. See, this is what I want. An action camera angle. Not just those security camera angles. I want to be in the action. Like, see this nice little pan we got? Oh, wow. A nice undershot. That's epic. And now that we're in the water, the race is pretty much over. I will say in these what do you call them? The hero races, things are just just so gloomy. We know they're supposed to be gloomy, but the water is just so murky. The lighting is really what's off. The decoration's fine. But of course, the song makes up for all of it. This is literally the best. I think probably the best Chao race song in the game. I might change my mind going forward, especially since we're going to be hearing a lot of these themes over and over and over again. But you know what? I mean, like the Chao Karate theme, it's always the same. Oh, look, some drama here near the end. Not really. But the Chao Karate theme is always the same, and I'm still loving that theme to this day. You know, even when I'm playing on my own, I still just go ahead and listen to that. I don't even put on, like, you know, outside music, like on my phone or on Spotify or something. I just keep listening to the Chao Karate loop over, Chao Karate theme loop over and over and over. There you go. That was a cakewalk. Absolute cakewalk. And we win a beach ball. Wow, that's incredible. You're like, oh, this is great. We get to see, you know, the Chao play with a beach ball, just kind of, you know, kind of like with the toy car, just as time goes on. Nope, this works a little bit differently. For that, we specifically unlock... Oh, I'm not used to playing as Eggman. God! That's why I'm playing as him today, to give him some spotlight, because I know normally I wouldn't even play as him, but yeah, we get an actual physical item. This... Oh, I wouldn't kick it around. Dude! Pick it up. Oh, he's just squeezing it so tight he wants to choke it to death. But yeah, we've got an actual beach ball, which is incredible. I remember when I first learned you could unlock, you know, a toy for the actual Chao garden. It's like, whoa, that is awesome. Super cool. Memory seems to tell me that that the Chao can just go ahead and play with it on their own, just, you know, at their leisure. They might come up with the idea to play with it, and they will. You can get multiple Chao at a time to play with the ball. It's really cool. You can kick it around yourself. You can, of course, pick it up, throw it. It's definitely a good toy to have. It's great for the Chao. Of course, it's restricted to the Hero Garden. We beat, you know, Hero Race number 2 to unlock it, and if I could just pick it up one more time. All right. And if you try to walk out of the garden with it, it disappears from your hands. So it cannot be removed. You can't go ahead and sell it. You can't destroy it. You can't get rid of it. You can't move it out of the garden. So just kind of keep that in mind. But otherwise, why don't we go ahead and just dive into the next dark race. Alright guys, I actually wanted to discuss fruit for a second. So in the last couple of videos at least, I've been discussing the Chao fruit and how it'll give your Chao 1 to 2 experience points per you know, bite. That's actually not true. It gives your Chao 1.2 experience points, you know, per bite, per level, or as, you know, another way of putting it is at 12%, you know, because of course each experience point is 10% towards a full level. So either say 12%, 1.2 points, whatever. I like to say points, it's just easier for me. And now on the last bite, it'll give them 1.4 points and everything. So not quite 1 to 2, but that's why it looks like sometimes it gives you 2. Another thing to show, though, is that in the HD versions of the game, I don't know if it's just on the consoles or if it's also the PC version, but there's a glitch. This is a hero fruit. And actually, no, that's incorrect. It's just a hero... Oh, hey! Hey there, Seath. Got to see you flying. I think we've seen someone else flying at least once on camera before, but if not, that was super cool. This is the Hero Garden equivalent of just the regular old fruit that grows here in the Chao Garden. You know, it's nothing special. It'll give your Chao 4 experience points, 1 per bite, very simple. But like I said, in the HD versions, I think specifically the consoles, I don't know if this is a problem on the PC, someone could comment, let me know whether they know that for sure. But if you give this to your Chao, any Chao, it doesn't have to be a hero, hero Chao, just give it a second, it'll give them more experience than that. Rather than giving them 10%, it gives them, I believe, 10% or 1 point. It gives them, as you just saw there, 2.4 points per bite. So yeah, I know there's a mod that fixes this glitch, but frankly, I don't really know why you'd want to fix this glitch. This is a phenomenal thing because the Hero Garden fruit grows at the same rate as this fruit here does. You'll get all sorts of, you know, growing constantly, falling off the trees, and it's infinite. You know, it's infinitely growing and it's free. You can, with two fruits, you can get pretty much a level out of it. You know, just constantly. Whereas here you have to do 2.5 fruits. It could save you a lot of time in trying to upgrade your stamina. So I just wanted to throw that out there as a tip for those of you playing on the HD version along with me or just on your own spare time. And yeah, put that out there. Now let's move on to the races. Here we go in our new battle against the Angels. Oh, yeah. When I tested this one last time, or I mean not the last time, right around the last video, it was like, oh yeah, no chance of winning this one. But here today, I'm sure Soluna has a very good chance. Very, very good chance. We're going back to the diamond track, of course. We're seeing some, more advanced hero Chao here. They're turning into their, various types and, gaining their various ability types. It's great. And yes, we are definitely on diamond, of course. Our favorite track. It's a great one. And look at that, no Jack in the Box for us, and we're just moving right along. It doesn't look like any of these other hero Chao can sprint yet, so that gives us a distinct advantage in that way. But our flying, swimming, and power really aren't that great. I mean, our swimming especially that's Soluna's weak point for sure. See, they've already caught back up. And now, it's getting rough. Going up here, we're blocking number 2 and 3 a little bit, but it looks like they're both going to pass us by the time we reach the top. No, that's second place. And third place. Yeah, it happened. Of course it happened, but that's okay. We're going to be able to make up some ground here. On the way to the trees, oh yeah, we shot back into first because these guys are taking some inefficient lines. We took one of the most efficient ones we could have, going for one of these middle trees. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, this is so exciting. I love playing with two different Chao at a time. Playing with Telfie and then Soluna and then Telfie again. It just gives me a sense of, how good I guess one Chao could be if all of its stats were amazing. But because of the, the nature of what we're trying to do, we're trying to get very specific Chao. We're trying to get them to, go through their second evolution in a specific way. We need to be very careful about what we're giving them and everything. I don't mean to imply that the second evolution is set in stone. I don't have to, stick with that decision. Later on, if I wanted to, I can, turn Soluna into a dark run fly Chao. You can still change its secondary ability type. Of course, you can't change its alignment. Stuck as a hero, dark or neutral Chao for its current life. And its initial ability type is also set in stone. So Soluna's gonna be a run type for the rest of its life. Secondary evolution type, you don't have to worry so much, but I want to keep track of that. Wow, worst line you could have taken. Terrible. But I just want to make sure that we're on track to become a Shadow Chao. Oh wow, this might have ended it for us. It might have ended it for us, especially if we continue with this terrible line. Hopefully this guy trips or something. I'm willing to use one more of these boosts right here. Let's do it. But yeah, so by making sure we're on our way to becoming a Shadow Chao, I can just kind of not worry about it. I'll know that every change that's going on with Soluna's physical appearance is on her way to becoming a Shadow Chao. It just makes me feel good to know that. Just OCD thing, I guess. But anyway, it looks like here we might drop down to third place. Swimming is really our weak point, which is why I took the time to upgrade swimming a little bit more. But I don't know. Soluna's swimming is like way worse than even Telfie's running ability. It's really not Soluna's strong point. But running is a huge part of this. Now here, it's looking like we're probably gonna lose. We're still a far away, from there we go. Now use a little bit of a boost, and pretty much gotta leave it alone until the end. We just have to hope that somebody falls, and then Soluna stops taking terrible lines like this. Let's see. See? Oh. I can't see what's happening. Oh yeah, that's a loss. Dang it, guys. Alright, let's try one more time. And we're back with attempt number 2, right around where Soluna ate some shit. But here, we're gonna get that much better racing line. This line, God, please. I think at this point we might have to hope for someone to fall. We might be able to make it back, but it's really hard to say. We don't have enough to afford one more boost until the very end, at least. Okay, you're taking a bad line. That's good. But wow. We're taking the worst line humanly possible. Oh, Soluna, why'd you have to do this to me? Why? Okay, all. Attempt number 3. Technically attempt number 4, because in attempt number 3, we got hit with the Jack-in-the-Box right at the beginning. I'm glad they put the Jack-in-the-Box in the very beginning. That way, you're not, like totally screwed if they place it halfway into the race. You only waste like 20 seconds instead of 2 minutes. Knocking out of the park. Oh, I shouldn't have said anything. Oh, this could change it all. This could change it all back to being just like last race. And here comes the worst line of all time. Now, oh, there it is. There's a fall. That doesn't seal the deal, that's for sure. It doesn't. They had such a good lead on us. It definitely didn't seal the deal. But let's see. Come on, turn. A bad line on their part. We're gonna follow them though, for whatever reason. Here we go. 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 Oh my god! Oh man, guys, I think this might be the win. The Chao that was in second place just now is a Hero Normal, the one with the blue accents. Ooh, he's had a lot of trouble there. See, there he is, going towards the pink stripe. Oh, wow, he had a lot of trouble there, thinking of what to pick up. This is phenomenal. This is probably in the bag, though I probably shouldn't say that, because we could easily trip and fall here, or at the end, or fall into a pit, or anything else. If any of those happen, oh man, second place falls, and here we go. So Luna is alone, coming out of the tunnel, heading into the crab pool. That's good. That's good. Now we have a really good chance. Man, I gotta tell you guys, this is so much more aggravating than I remember it being. At least when it's this close, yes. I believe it is truly more entertaining to watch, when a race, when you actually have a chance of losing a race, even outside of luck. I mean, even if everything's going my way in this particular race, there's still a chance I'll lose based on, well, I guess it's still luck. What route the Chao takes, how sharply it takes a corner, whatever else. Whether you're blocked, a lot of things can happen that are totally out of your control. I mean, virtually everything's out of your control except for the stamina boost. That's really all it is. Then, of course, leveling up your Chao, which we do, but just to a certain extent. Okay, that's a better line. Not perfect, but better. Let's see, just looking at Soluna's emotion dot here, I swear, it's more of like a cyan than a blue, which is what it used to be. Again, my eyes might be playing tricks on me. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Come on. Oh yeah, nothing. Didn't fall into anything, and that's it. Oh man, 4 minutes, 5 seconds. We're getting faster. We're getting faster for sure. Yes, I believe it was the guy who got third place there. I'm pretty sure he was in second place, and he was the one that had a lot of trouble there by the end. But really good. Now you're wondering, hey, why didn't you unlock anything? Didn't you, you unlocked the beach ball for the hero garden after beating the second hero race? So why didn't you unlock anything here for beating the second dark race? Well, I've got a confession to make to you guys. I accidentally beat that race off screen. I was practicing it, and then before the end, I forgot to quit out. I thought I was just in, on the diamond track, just in another series, and then I unlocked the prize, and I was like, oh no, I just did that off screen. So that's very unfortunate, but that's part of why I did the hero race first, just to show you guys, yeah, look, this is what you unlock, and it's very impressive. Here, it's pretty similar. Hey, little guy, what you up to? You unlock this. Another beach ball. It's another beach ball. Of course, a unique design to the Dark Garden. Same rules apply. You can play with the Chao here. The Chao can play with it on their own. You can't take it out of the garden. You can't sell it, etc., etc. Pretty much all the same stuff, except it's unique to the Dark Garden. Yeah, so there you go. Sorry about doing that off screen. I mean, really, all you missed was just a little screen and the little triumphant theme that plays when when you unlock something. So ultimately, not much is missed, but there you go. To make up for it, I want to show you guys something slightly amusing. When Eggman jumps from high up, he crouches, in midair. And when you jump from high up like this, he he didn't seem to do it that time. Let me try again. Okay, maybe, I don't know what I saw last time, but he did a really, really steep crouch midair. I was like, wow, what's he preparing for? It was just kind of funny looking. But anyway, on to the final challenge of this video. It's time for Telfie to get back into the spotlight a little bit, which is good. Both he and Soluna have had trouble today, so let's hope that things don't go, as unlucky in this next challenge race. Challenge race number 2 is he returns, and we got an unamused looking gray Chao with some dark green hands and feet and a turquoise belly with pink wings. He must mean business. Now, this Chao actually has a name. His name is, I actually don't know how to pronounce it, but it's spelled Chacron. I believe it's Chakron or Chakron. I feel like Chakron's probably it. But as you can see here, we're racing against a bunch of baby Chao with animal parts, and then him. Here's some news for you. here's a little tip for you. The baby Chao, the rest of them, all these blue ones, not a threat. Only Chakron is. Now, the reason why this challenge is called He Returns is because he was actually a rival you went against in Sonic Adventure 1, or Sonic Adventure DX's Chao racing. As you can see, he's definitely superior to all these other baby Chao. He's faster and he's more skilled. He doesn't play the same way he did. Oh, wow. Terrible luck. Okay, well, while I'm quitting and getting back to this, I'll explain to you. He doesn't race the same way that he did in that game. In that game, he just struck his classic pose, which you're going to see here in 2 seconds again, in case you didn't see it before. This whole thing, you can see on the little thumbnail there, I guess, for this race, where he's just kind of leaning like a model, looking mighty fine. He'll just sit like that for a good part of the race, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, run as fast as he possibly can, and then he passes, all of his rivals, and then ultimately passes you, assuming you're not leveled up enough. Here he just plays like a normal Chao does, but he still is more challenging than the other people in this race. Pretty much these other Chao in the race are just there for I guess, entertainment, just to kind of fill out the ring a little bit, but it's okay. Here, maybe we won't get unlucky again. I can't believe we've gone every single race. Oh my god. There isn't a single race in this video which we haven't had to retry. That is just, Okay, one more time. And of course, just like every track, just like every race in this video, we're going back to the diamond course. Oh, I have a good feeling though this time. I have a good feeling. We're gonna stick with our normal strategy. Use a little bit of boost right off the line, which I like to do. I don't think it's any more beneficial to do it off the line than not, but I mean, it just feels good to get a little, nitrous boost right when you launch. Oh wow, there's actually a Chao crawling quickly, to be fair, but crawling nonetheless. That's kind of unexpected. But that's okay. We are not focused on them. Boom, there we go. Us and Chakron alone against the world. Now, of course, Telfie's skill comes from swimming and flying. Oh, Chakron tripped! Oh, man. Honestly, if he doesn't catch up soon... Oh, wow. Yeah, there he is. There he is. Oh, he's coming. He's actually not that bad at flying and swimming himself. And I have a feeling his power is a little bit better than me. It looks like he's getting closer to us, so... Even though he fell, I don't think this race is over. Yeah, he's a mean-looking cat. Got to get away from him. And his running is better than us. And of course, running, you all know this already, is a big, big part of Chao racing. If I were to rank the stats, I mean, it really depends on what course you're going on. But if you're going on, a track like this, Diamond, the most complicated, the longest track, I'd say stamina is very important, first of all. It's possible to have such low stamina, obviously, on a track like this, even if it's like decently leveled, that you don't have enough to get through the race, even without boosting. So that's something to keep in mind. Running is a big part of every track. I don't think there's a single track that has absolutely zero running. I guess, I think Crab Pool alone, I'm trying to think if there's any actual running at the very beginning. I think there might be for like a split second. But it's hard to say. Anyway, we've left everyone else in the dust. It's just us and Chakron now. I think we can edge him out in swimming though. And of course, because we have the Crab Pool coming up, we really shouldn't be that worried. But Telfie, he's really coming into his own. He's growing up. He's getting those, more purpley colors, bigger wings. His headgear is coming in properly. Definitely starting to look like more of an adult, which is awesome. Of course, they'll always be our babies at the end of the day. It's kind of like having an adult dog or an adult cat or an adult pet of any kind. They're still, they still rely on you for a lot, and of course you still love them like they're your child. So I'm sure that's how parents feel about their human children as well. Actually, now that I think about it. Anyway, we've got a head start here. Of course, keep in mind, this is with him having tripped. He's this close to us after having tripped once. Oh, and here we go. Okay, now it's an even race. Now we're in an even race. This is where we would have been had... Oh, never mind. He tripped. Yeah, that's where we would have been had he not tripped at all. But there, it was even for a second. Now he's just tripped twice. That's definitely not worth restarting over. If he tripped once and it changed the entire race, then fine. But 2 trips? That's such terrible bad luck that I think it's fair. You know, I've had such bad luck this entire video with both Telfie and Soluna, so we're good, I'd say. Oh yeah, look at her. I don't know if you noticed it, but you see how Telfie's swimming? That's how Chao swim when they first actually learn how to swim. How Telfie's swimming here is like a straight up like Olympic athlete. You know, we got that, you know, really fast leg paddle, you know, broad strokes with the front with the arms. It's just amazing. And here, of course, you know, we made up you know, a lot of time. I guess we gained a big distance between us and Chakron there. He's still not even out of the water. Of course, we could still fail here. We could still dart from all the way up on the left to all the way to the right, and then fall into a pit at the same time, and then trip on the way out of the pit. You know, you can have some really bad luck here. But I have a feeling, you know, we went down the blue path last time with Soluna, and it looks like it's going to serve us well once more. Wow, Telfie just performed the diamond track in 3:49. Wow, that's like, what, 15 seconds faster than Soluna? That shows you, you know, running matters, but swimming, especially on this track, is the deal breaker, like, as we just saw. Wow, good job, Telfie. Great work. I'm very proud of you. Oh, hey. Hey there, Seath. Oh, yeah, good work there, good work. As you can tell, it's sleepy time for our 2 stars. Yeah, we're beat after those races, you know, so some bad luck in there, some crazy bad luck, actually, in some ways. But they managed to pull through. We unlocked the beach balls for both the Hero Garden and the Dark Garden, and you're thinking, what the heck, why didn't we get a beach ball for the main garden? This is, of course, our main home. That's not fair. All I can say is keep that in the back of your head. Maybe it'll come about at a later date. There are, of course, more challenge races than there are Hero or Dark races, as you've seen in those menus. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me today. Thank you for working through these intense race battles with me. In the next video, we will hopefully tackle more racing and or karate, depending on where our Chao are at. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and take care of them a little bit off screen and level them up appropriately. Have a great day. See you next time.